Hello folks, I'm going to give you a wrap up on my tools here today, and then I'm going to get off the subject. I'm going to give you a review of these shovels that I've been using and some of the tools that I've been using. I am not sponsored by anyone or paid by anyone. So, that being said, realize that what I'm telling you is the truth. It's not a paid promotion. And to start this off, I need to tell you a little bit about myself. I've been metal detecting for many years, and you're going to notice that a lot of these tools are new. My metal detectors are new. And the reason being that is that about 3 years ago, I was hit by a car while I was working as a policeman. And to say that I was hurt badly is kind of an understatement. The deputy that was standing beside me was killed, and I did not think that I was going to be able to metal detect again. My left leg was in really bad shape. And I sold everything I had, all my digging tools, all my detectors. I sold it all. I couldn't stand to look at it. And as I began to get better, rehabilitate, and about 2 years later, I got back into metal detecting. I used the money that I sold the other stuff for to buy me a new one. I'm now a DAS 2 user, XP DAS 2. And I'm not going to say that's the best that there is to use. I don't know. But that's what I'm using right now, and it's a lot better than some of the others that I've had. Some of the others that I had, especially the whites, VX3, it was a very good detector. I could tell you the date on the coin before I dug it up. I knew exactly what coins were in the ground. I could tell from crash. It was a very good detector. Problem is, it didn't go down very deep, so that wasn't the one for me. So that's a little bit about my experience. I've had a little experience doing this, so you can take what I tell you to heart. All right. Before I ever got out of metal detecting, I bought my first shovel. Now, these are Predator Tool shovels. Predator Tools, they make shovels and digging tools that are just completely reliable. They are specially designed for metal detecting. Yeah, this would be good for gardening and whatever. It would be good for that as well. But Predator Tools are not sold on Amazon. They're George Lesh is the owner, and that's a story in itself. I'm going to show you some of the tools that I have, and they're going to be Lesh tools, but that was before Lesh, the brand, became Predator Tools. Now, to start this off, do not buy a shovel that don't have these rubber pads. You will regret it. So if you don't get the rubber pads, I'm sorry you didn't take my advice. Get the rubber pads. They're worth it. They last a long time. Now, this one here is kind of getting worn out, but anyhow, these came out in 2011. This is called the Raven. I used that for a long time, and it was the only shovel I had. So this is a very good shovel. It's 11 inches long, and forgive me if I get the widths on these wrong. It is really good for getting deep coins because 11 inches is pretty deep. It's only 4¼ inches wide. 4¼ The thing is, it doesn't cut a very wide plug. Now, the proper way to use this is not to stick it straight in the ground. You don't do that. You need to angle this thing a little bit, push it down, and go to a cone, go around the sides, each time angling it, and then pop the plug out. So this is the Predator Tools Raven. It is great for hard ground where coins are really deep and you need to get down to get them. Great shovel. Don't get me wrong, been using it for years. And I'm going to get to this here in a little bit as to which one I recommend for a first-time metal detector to buy. And I'm going to only have one shovel, and it's probably going to shock you as to what that is. So that's the Raven. Okay, my camera's going a little nuts here, but the Barracuda. The Barracuda does have the teeth. I do like the teeth on both sides. That to me is favorable. 7-inch long blade, and it's got a pretty pointed tip here, which means that it'll go in this harder ground. Now, I do not like that this does not have that curved blade. Yeah, it's got an angle there to give it a little strength and all that, but it does not curve inward. This will be the next shovel I use when I go back to the old football field, because I've got a bunch of gravel to contend with, and I want this to go into that gravel. Okay, again, foot pegs, but Barracuda, but this is not my recommended shovel. It's not. Okay, here we go. This is the Brute. I used this the other day, and I was very impressed with it. If you notice, it's got that beveled blade on there. It's got a little curve in it. This cuts excellent plugs. Again, foot pegs. Gotta have foot pegs, people. Gotta have them. This blade is only 7 inches long. Now, I believe I said on the Barracuda that it was 7 inches. It's actually 9 inches, but neither here nor there. 7-inch blade. Now, I love this thing. That curved deal really made excellent plugs. It's wide. It's 6 inches wide here, across here. When you get a 6-inch plug, you can get another bite and go down. The thing I don't like about this, again, this is the Brute. It only has teeth on one side. Now, I don't know of anybody that actually used this to chop through roots. I don't see that. I think it ought to have teeth on the other side. Now, you got to be careful, because Predator Tools names theirs differently. Now, they make the same shovel with a different handle, and I want to say it's a D handle or whatever, and I don't like the D handles. I like the T up on top. But when you buy one of these things, make sure that, or double check that the name that you're getting and the blade matches the handle that you want to get. And I will give you a for instance right now. The Phoenix and the Hurricane. Same shovel, but they are different handles. Same exact shovel, different names, but different handles. Like I said, I don't care for the D handles. I like the T up here. I push myself up with it, and I like it to be a little longer. The Brute, is going to be the shovel that I hunt with most of the time. Not all the time. And I'll tell you why, is that this blunt tip right here is not much good when you get in that gravel and rocks and stuff. It makes it a little tough. So, this is still not my recommended shovel. The recommended shovel that I'm going to recommend that anybody buy for a first-time shovel is the Predator Tools Hurricane. The reason why? It's got a 9-inch blade that is real similar to the Barracuda here. It's also got a T-handle, which I like. It means it's a little longer. And it's also got the foot pegs. People, I ain't buying nothing don't have no foot pegs on it. Heck no. But the thing is, the Hurricane has a little beveled blade here, sort of like the Brute. And that helps you to cut plugs. It also has a pointed end, so it'll work in the hard ground where the Brute may not be so good. This shovel, I get mixed up on the names, the Barracuda, when I use it, I come in at an angle. I don't go straight down. I come in at an angle from 4 sides, cuts me a nice little plug, pop it out. This is 9 inches long, and since it is beveled right here, you don't get as good pretty plugs as you do with this Brute with the 7-inch blade. So I'm going to make that official. If you're a first-time metal detector, you can't decide what shovel to get the Hurricane. And evidently a lot of people like that because the Phoenix is the same shovel with a D handle. And both of them are sold out right now on Predator Tools. So George Lesh, you need to get those in stock. I may even be buying one real soon. So that is my recommended shovel for the first time metal detector is the Hurricane. And saying that, I'm going to go into some other tools here. All right, this is not a Predator Tools tool here. I believe this is put out by George Lesh. This used to be the only thing I ever dug with. This is called a MiniPK. Now, it doesn't come like this. This blade right here is straight. Well, you can't cut a plug with a straight blade. You just can't do it. I've had the privilege of being able to have a torch set and all that. So I heated this up and bent it into that angle. That's not a 45, but it's about, I don't know, maybe a 40-degree angle or something like that. I tried heat treating it, and it is a little harder than it was, but I don't know exactly how to do that. Mr. Lash, if you get a chance, you might send me an email and let me know how to temper this with oil where it'll be harder. But as you can tell, this is dug a lot. Now, here I am. I got these shovels. I had shovels before. Why am I using this? Well, you go out and hunt old houses and places like that, and the next thing you know, you're getting these really good signals, and you're on the gravel driveway. The coins are not very deep, but that shovel is not going to go down in that gravel. You can take this thing, and that natural angle right there kind of flips it out, and you can get in that gravel pretty good as long as it's not just completely concrete. And that's what I use this for. I will chip those rocks out of there, and this is called a Lash MiniPK. I believe it's a Lash. Heck, I've had it so long I don't even remember. But love this thing. Oh, and let me tell you another thing to look out for. They've got these shovels like this, and they got little bitty handles. They're not about 10 inches, a foot long. To me, those ain't worth a damn for nothing. And I had one, and problem is, I tried using it a couple times, and it ain't worth nothing to me. Now, the only thing it would be good for is that if you're going into a park or something and you really do want a shovel to dig with, but you feel like you're getting intimidated by carrying something with a long handle, yeah, it might be good for that, but I cannot stand those little old short deals. I can't remember if I've lost it, give it away, or what, but I couldn't find it. It's gone, and I don't miss it. Now, I do need the shovel to get up, because I have a hard time getting up, but them little short things, don't buy those. Don't buy them. You'll regret it. All right. Let's go into another tool right here. This one's brand new. I've had a lot of experience digging with one of these. I sold it when I sold my other stuff. Yeah, this is a Predator Tools. They call it a Raptor. And these things are great, but they're not so great when the ground is hard, because they're not very sharp. You know, that's not real pointed right there. So they're kind of hard with hard ground. I kind of showed a little of that in my last video when the ground, it hadn't rained here in a while, and it was so dadgum hard. I mean, this is great. Anything sand, anything the least bit soft, this will dig, and it helps scoop up and remove the dirt. Great tool right there. Called the Raptor, put out by Predator Tools. Now, only modification now is the sheath that it comes in. These things generally fill up with dirt, and you got to have a way for that dirt to get out. I heated up a screwdriver with a little torch, and I burn a small hole here and here. That way the dirt can fall out as I'm hunting. So these things are great. Called a Raptor, put out also by Predator Tools. Now, this thing here This is a Lesh. I understand it that George Lesh designed these. I do use this probably more than anything. And what happens is when you go over the shovel and you get a deep coin, or you find something that's off in the side of the hole, this here will dig it out. It's real sharp, real pointed, like a knife. A lot of people don't like them because they go into parks and stuff like that, and it makes it look like they're carrying a dagger or a knife. It's got some cutting on the some serrations on the edge, but this will do it. If it's made by Predator Tools or George Lesh, you know it's tempered, it's hard, it's going to last you a lifetime, and don't be intimidated. I mean, you got to dig. And this is the old standby right here. Yeah, I've got one, and this is a Lesh, like I said. I like this little carrier tool here. It's got a little sheath. It's open on the ends. Dirt can fall out. I paid 30 bucks for that. And it's got a place for MI6. Got a place here for the lanyard to attach. Like I said, out of the pin pointers currently owned, to me, the MI6 is the best. You know, I kind of have a saying that opinions are sort of like butts. You know, everybody's got one, but most of them stink. So that's my opinion on that. The best pin pointer now is right here. It's the UniProbe. It's the best. This one here is set up for the puck off of my Deus 2. They're wireless headphones. You have to recharge the puck, but you can do it real easily right there. The little cup here pops off. It uses a 9-volt, and I haven't run one down yet, but I've come close. I've ordered rechargeables, and I haven't tried them yet. Fact is, I don't have any of this charged yet, but I'm going to try the rechargeables in this, just see how that works. But anyhow, UniProbe, it to me is the best pin pointer made, and they're incorporated with Gray Ghost headphones, and they're put out by Detector Pro. I don't know why all that many names, but that's just the way it goes. Okay. The other tool that you got to have is talking about metal detector tools. You need something to test. And here's my tester. I just got me a nice piece of nylon string. I took a quarter, a dime, a memorial penny, a zinc penny, and a nickel. Drilled holes in them, and I keep this on my tool pouch at all times because, I don't know, you may hit the wrong button and you may be cutting something out that you want to keep. Normally, I want to pick up the nickels, but I want to miss these zinc pennies. Thing is, if I pick it up a zinc penny and I'm not picking up a memorial, I'm missing stuff. You may be missing stuff anyhow because zinc pennies and Indians hit about the same. So that's a tester. Drill you a hole, thread it through there. It'll give the same TID numbers and works pretty good. Now, the last thing, I only bought this last night, but everybody talks about metal detector pouches. Oh, this one's nice and that one's nice and whatever. Well, the thing is, they're not very durable. And generally, they're real floppy up here at top. I bought this at Harbor Freight. It ain't nothing but a dadgum carpenter's pouch. It's got a place for my good finds right up top. And unless you stand on your head quite a bit, they're not going to fall out. You don't have to have a zipper. Then, here's a place for all the clad coins right here. Or you can put them down here. Because, you know, if you lose a few of them zinc pennies, well, you ain't lost much. And then you got a nice big pouch right here to put your junk in there. Then you got a place here that you can put your, tie your string to, or lanyard for your pin pointer, or something like that. 19 bucks at Harbor Freight. You ain't gonna wear it out. It's leather. That is, to me, one of the best there is for a metal detecting pouch. You can get in and out of it. You notice how it kind of stands out. You can get your hand in and out. That right there is a good pouch. As far as a belt, a military web belt works great. The other thing is you need something to look at your coins. And I bought this off Amazon. That's the name of it. I can't pronounce it. But it's a little deal to look at your coins. It has a built-in light. If you can see that. This thing was about 20 bucks. And it also came with this thing, which is a loop. Took a look at them as well. Off Amazon. It's got 2 different magnifications there. I don't carry this with me because I can tell if I got silver, you know, just as soon as you dig it up, you know if you've got silver. If you see a house on the back, you know you got a memorial penny, or the wheats are easy to spot. And I'll wait till I get home to look at them, maybe scan them or whatever. And so I don't carry the loops and stuff with me. Now, if any of y'all have questions on what I've said, or think I'm full of crap, whatever, make a comment. I like to read the comments. I'm retired. My injuries pretty much put me out of the business. I'm not monetized as far as these YouTube things go. I doubt I ever will be. So I got plenty of time to sit there and talk about metal detecting, fishing, hunting, you name it. So I welcome the comments. Anyhow, I hope I answered all the questions, especially about the shovels, because I'm not going to get back on this subject anytime soon. I recommend the Hurricane, and personally, I will probably hunt with the Brute most of the time, but digging tools, I'll probably carry this one most of the time. And I know this will be my regular pouch to carry, so. Oh, and one other thing while I'm thinking about it, I did have some questions that why do you miss so many camera angles when you dig plugs and you're out metal detecting? Well, folks, my leg, they had to completely rebuild my knee. They put in new ligaments, new knee, everything, and those weren't all in one operation. And the problem is that I cannot get down on my knees. I can't put both knees on the ground and look at a hole. I can keep my left knee up and I can get down on my right knee. But if I need to get down further or just need to rest, whatever, I have to physically lay down, and I have to lay down on my left side. So that's the reason that you see real often that I'll get down and look like I'm laying down. I'm resting and I'm getting down lower, and I know it seems weird, but as we get older, we have to do different things, and that left knee just will not bend far enough for me to physically get on that knee. So hopefully I answered that question, and hopefully the next video I might do, I'm experimenting now with frequencies. I'm going to put my DS2 on the lowest frequency and go after coins and see if maybe by chance it does make a lot of difference or it don't make a lot of difference. We're just going to see. And I'm having trouble with nickels. Identifying nickels from pull tabs, and everybody has that problem. So I'm hoping that this frequency change may help that, because it may hurt it for as that goes, but this is a larger object to me than a pull tab. It should be a little cleaner signal or something. I don't know. I just don't know. So we're going to experiment with that. And saying all that, I know I've drug on here and I get long-winded. So thank you for watching. Catch you next time.